dun, Man, y'all, that beat goes hard every. Now we know on Tuesdays we're gonna update our deal here, but that beat goes hard. That lets you know that the brothers are on the block. The brothers are on the block. I got with me Jermaine Nation, our man downtown, holding all together. He had to leave a little early today, but he gonna be back at work. It's not his fault. Situations, we all know. Folks will say, board up and get to the house. So he had to leave a little work a little early, but he's our man downtown. And we got AJ up in the building. This is a man from Las Colinas. He's the big cowboy all day, every day. And you know who's coming in hot? Oh, you know who's coming in hot? Oh, you know who's coming in hot? We got Jermaine. I'm sorry, Jason from Maryland. Look like he got a fresh cut when you get that light going. Look like he got a fresh cut going. I don't know. That hair looks sharp. He look like his son Caleb. Looking so young in there. So brother Maryland's all the way coming in hot. We're glad to have him in the building with us. I am Pastor Mark. We are Brothers on the Block, presented by Victory Baptist Church, a place where you matter, a church that goes beyond Sunday to impact your life. So we got a lot going on in our world, but we're gonna stick to sports. I'm glad that y'all are here. Please share, like, and subscribe. We love for you to share the show. So we want everybody, join in, have a real rich conversation. So the first thing, a lot of the NBA is jumping. My question to you, with this things that have happened with COVID-19 and everything that's happening, we know that we have like the Memphis Grizzlies who are going to be playing like 12 games in 15 days, things like that. But with all that being said, who is the MVP in this type of season? Who is the MVP of the league?
But anybody saying that?
I'm about to say
go ahead. Don't get nervous.
Oh, I'm about to say just watching what Steph doing lately. Honestly, I think hands down him, but I know there's still some other guys out there like Dame Lillard right now. What's that guy up in Denver? Jokic. But right now, Steph, the way he just hot breaking those records, just letting that three ball just fly, man. It's like his passion back.
He scored 49 points last night. 49 points. I mean, he was hitting from all over the place. This is his 11th game over 40. Am I correct?
Yes.
11 games. Not too many people share that air with him. 11 games. We ain't heard nothing from Draymond. Clay is on the bench. He's hurt. It's just Steph.
Right.
And Steph is out here blazing it up. I didn't even say that today. That's not.
I just caught that.
What I meant to say. Somebody. Anyway, we're gonna keep moving forward. That's not Pastor didn't mean no innuendo. But with that being said, he is he's out here. Make sure I see Joe Nate. He's saying, it's all over the place, but he's saying, hey, he's looking at Steph too. I mean, Jermaine, what you looking at? Is it LeBron? I knew AJ was not gonna say LeBron James, but I knew that.
Right.
Ain't he hurt?
I think early in the season I would say LeBron. I think right now, definitely Steph Curry. I would even say Jason Tatum with the Celtics. Like, dude is just like on fire. So I would say either like Jason or Steph.
Okay, Jason, what you thinking?
Right now, I think it's between Steph and Jokic.
Yeah, Jokic.
I mean, it's all the players that I could have named in consideration is hurt now.
You could name Luka. What about Luka?
Luka ain't having no MVP.
Yeah, I mean, it's flashes. You can see it there, but it consistently.
Because he got help back You know, he got Porzingis back and all that, so it's a little more
Well,
distributed.
Porzingis didn't do nothing the other night. I think he scored like 9 points.
Regardless, he's got.
What do he do with
He's
it?
got more room to
And
distribute the ball.
Porzingis has a hospital bed at Parkland every night.
Porzingis need to go.
Right. So you don't know where is he gonna stay at Baylor, his apartment, Parkland, because a lot of times he ain't at the game. I'm just Luka out here by himself, hitting game winners. Then I got Nate over here saying, "Don't sleep on Kyrie."
Yeah, just his attitude and the way he's been going about himself lately. Nah. I mean, dude, he's been playing, but I mean, when you look at MVP, it's a package deal, and dude just don't have it. He's missing by like 3 or 4 things out that package. Why I say that he's MVP.
What about Julius Randle with the Knicks? The Knicks, y'all weren't even thinking the Knicks could make the playoffs.
Good consistent season, but no, not MVP.
Not MVP, yeah.
Because y'all weren't even talking
Right,
about Steph until he hit these 11 games in a row. Y'all like, yeah, they all right. Now everybody want to talk about Steph.
Steph ain't had no help. Like, that's why.
I mean, I think.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I think that, you know what I'm saying, when you talk about MVP, I think like you talk about, you know, I think about players like LeBron and Steph that I think really like every season could be in the conversation. Not that they're going to actually win, but they could really be in the conversation every season.
Yeah.
KD too.
Here we go.
KD can be in the conversation every year.
Like the last 3 years, he been at the house with us. I mean, he had courtside seats. Yeah, I don't want to say, you know. And then he just the other night he got his thigh hurt. He back on the bench.
Right.
He keep a good sweatpants.
6'11", 172 pounds with size 17 feet, man.
I just want to know how KD a snake. I mean, so I gotta explain that one.
Nate, we'll let you expand upon that. Well, some people don't trust KD. I think Russell Westbrook.
People don't trust Russell Westbrook.
What Russ do to anybody? Russ stayed in Oklahoma City.
Right.
Hogging the ball.
If the Wizards had a slightly better record, he'd be in consideration too.
Because he's all they got. It feels like.
Well, I mean, him and Bill, but it's him and Bill, and that's really the bulk of it. But like, if the record was better, either one of them would be in consideration. I mean, still, to me, best player in the league, pure, is Bradley Beal. He's just on Washington.
Gotcha. Is that something that? And I wanted to bring this up a couple weeks back when we were talking about Russell Westbrook, another one of AJ's favorite players. That when you're in a certain market, you might be great, but nobody knows your name because you're in the wrong market.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ken Griffey Jr. played for the Seattle Mariners. If he had been a Yankee, we would have been talking about him like we talk about Reggie Jackson and all these other people, but he was in the wrong market. Could that also be the same for like a Russell Westbrook and Beal? They play in these small markets. Even though you're on national TV, you're just not going to get that recognition. So when we talk about MVP, you get overlooked for that too.
Yeah, I mean that could be why Dame keep getting overlooked.
I mean, this dude's hitting 3-point shooters from half court, and rarely is anybody talking about Damian. He's always in the playoffs. He's consistent, but he's in Portland.
Yeah, right. I hate to see my team get overlooked year after year. I think they snubbing him on purpose now just to piss him off. I mean, that's how it looked. But yeah, it's the market. It's the market more than anything. If he was to go, to any one of those major markets, it's a completely different story. billboards, commercials. I mean, he already got the shoe deals and all that stuff, but like all that stuff is heightened, in that major market. They're gonna showcase you.
Right. I think, especially for basketball, traditionally we only talk about New York, Boston, LA, Chicago, if they're doing really well, and Detroit if they're doing really well. Right?
Yeah.
Because go ahead.
Oh, nah, you got it.
Because I just feel like you had to be ultra dominant, like the Miami Heat had to do, or like the Golden State Warriors, for people to talk about you. I mean, we talking about the Knicks, and please correct me, but I think the Knicks are like 8th place, right? They're not even the best team in their city, but they're getting more talk about in their city than the Brooklyn Nets.
And I mean, they balling right now too.
Yeah,
they balling. They got a bunch of young pieces, man, doing the job.
And I don't disagree with that, but I'm saying the number 2 record in the East is the Brooklyn Nets, and they're not heralded in their own city. They're talking about the Knicks. They're number 8. Some people are talking about the 76ers, who do have the best record in the East, but I don't know. Now I'm trying to feel Russell Westbrook, and I want to apologize to Russell Wilson, because I'm like, man, that's why you want to leave out Seattle, because you stay in these cities, people are gonna forget about you.
I mean,
I think for the Nets, I think it's expected for them to be in the second place. I mean, I think if they weren't, then I think they would definitely be getting a lot of, publicity, not good publicity, but they'd be getting it. So I think for the Knicks, nobody expected it. Like for years they've, been trash, for the lack of a better word. And so now that they're in playoff contention, everybody's like, oh, let's pay attention to it, so.
All right, so basically, all y'all saying Steph.
Yeah.
Not Joel Embiid with the 76ers.
No, sir.
Joel Embiid is playing.
He was making a really good run prior to that first little injury. Came back a little slow, but I think he coasted now for the playoffs. He was balling starting the year out. He was my pick starting the season out.
Should they even be a season MVP
this year?
Because isn't the finals MVP better than being the season MVP? Because Dirk had that. Don't you want to be the finals MVP?
I mean, of course you want to be the finals MVP. I mean, because it comes with that, that trophy, the ring.
Right.
But just being just the season MVP, just overall the best player of the year. I mean, that still carries some weight as well too.
Right.
Well,
I was good, but my team just couldn't get over that hump. So,
but in the season where people they take off, they rest and all that. I mean, is the NBA season really, can I say it? It's not as intense as the playoffs.
That's true. That's true.
Because I'm saying LeBron probably could come out and play today. They're waiting for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
KD probably can go play. They're waiting for a playoffs. They're like, forget all that.
I'm assuming most of these heavyweights right now, I mean, you look at the lineups.
Right.
Every other night for players, some players getting 2 nights off. Like you rarely see, all of Brooklyn on the floor together. It's usually 2 out of the 3, out there. And sometimes it's only 1 out of the 3 out there. But they in second place. So, yeah, they coasting. Same thing with Philly. No need to go push them hard now. We already going to be in the playoffs unless we just take a 20-game backslide, which that's not happening. I mean, it's a smart move, but that also make the whole MVP race a harder discussion because the players ain't out here every night,
right,
balling, which Steph has been out here more than, the rest of them. I mean, Dame's been out here too, but, Steph ain't had no help. And it's not like he could have rested, when Draymond went down from a couple games. But he still was out there with the second squad, and what was that? Oubre, Wiggins, The young center, he's still out there with them. You know what I'm saying? Getting them in order, still shooting the ball, shooting lights out. Like, you know, they was getting blown out by 25. He's still in the game. You know, still trying to bring them back. It just all the other guys would have been sitting out, including Embiid and all. They would sitting out at halftime. They was getting blown out by 20. They wouldn't start a quarter no more.
Well, that's why I say the MVP is a package deal, because you just see that all that's in Steph right now. You know, the not quitting, the bringing them young guys together. You know, just trying to develop them and just build chemistry so that when Steph do come back, because we know they're not going to go win the ring this year, but next year when Klay do come back, you got Klay, and then you got all these young guys that's incorporated into that system and building into that winning culture. That's the MVP, a guy that can do that and just take those guys and have them playing the way that they're playing right now. I mean, that completes that package of MVP. That's why I say it's him hands down.
Because to be honest, Draymond's numbers is off the charts since all them big men went down. Looney and all them other cats went down, and Draymond had to step into the 5. Draymond looking like 5 years ago Draymond. I mean, and he ain't even, no big man, but he putting up ridiculous numbers. 38 minutes a night, and he out there too.
All right. Well, I think Steph is definitely. That's all I heard on radio today when they discussed the topic. Steph, 11 games in a row, and I think he knows I gotta do this to get my team into the playoffs. And I think he's dangerous in the playoffs. I know what's said that his numbers don't reflect, but I think he's gonna do something special. Not saying he's gonna knock somebody off, but catch somebody on an injury. Never know. Well,
right.
And Klay might play. Klay might come back and play. He might just be sitting out waiting on the playoffs too, and be like, "Yeah, I'm good to go." Just like those other guys could be doing. I mean,
I pray for Klay. I pray for all the vitamin D and vitamin C, because he tried to come back and then he hurt himself in the pickup game. I feel like certain places you go, people can forget about you, and then injuries. Like, there's some people who are great, but they had an injury, and I hope for Klay, because Klay got a lot more to give, and he didn't get to his max deal, did he?
I think he did. He didn't.
Yeah, I thought he.
I think he did. Yeah,
he did. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he got it.
Okay. So I just want I want Klay to because I think that'd be a great rivalry with the Lakers, but to see LeBron is already working. They're trying to get homeboy to come to the Lakers, so
that's what he do.
Hey, he said, "I'm the best GM. I'm the best GM."
Get them dream teams.
GM James.
That's right, GM James.
So what's he trying
the
to
other joke is struggling.
It's retiring and go be a GM.
Luka need to do that. Luka needs to do that. He need to tell Nelson, little bro, I'm young. Y'all need to give me some real help down here, because I could do something if y'all bring me some real help.
Yeah, my boy need help, man.
Right, and they like Luka. The league like Luka. I don't know. I feel like they love Luka versus how they love Dirk. But that's cool. Luka, you need to start recruiting. So we are 9 days out from the NFL draft. And let me go ahead and prep this. On the NFL draft day, we're going to live stream, Facebook, YouTube Live. We're going to do it all. And we're going to take the first 10 picks. We're going to go live for the first 10 picks. We think there's going to be a lot of intrigue, a lot of controversy, a lot of foolishness happen in them first 10 picks. So I'm asking the fellas, your favorite team, who do they need to pick? And on your favorite team, who do they need to pick? What player, who you looking for? We're going to write it down. So if you're in the top 10, which most of us are, so my boy Jason got Baltimore, but we'll let him talk about Detroit that night. Who do they need to pick in the top 10? Oh, I'm sorry, in your team. My apologies. What does your team need to pick going forward? What you got, Jason?
Oh wait, you should have talking about Detroit. Nah, they at the bottom. Y'all coming back around, Cowboys.
Come on, AJ.
For the Cowboys, I mean, we know we need to go. It's defense. And honestly, I like I said, I mean, I go with what basically all the analysts been saying right now. We do need a cornerback, and like I say, to me, the best one is the dude out of South Carolina. It's not Patrick Surtain. It's what's his name? Jaden. J.C. Horn out of South Carolina. Dude know how to play. I mean, he can play man to man. He can go back and play zone. I think he really an all around good cornerback. And that's something we need because our cornerbacks been getting burnt bad. I'm out, yeah. So that'll be my pick for the Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah, quiet.
CJ Horn, Cowboys. That's who AJ looking for at number 10. CJ Horn. You might even go backward, but I don't think nobody else trying to get CJ Horn. But we don't know. Everybody playing, bluffing.
I mean, he's projected to go top. Him and Patrick Surtain is actually the two top cornerbacks in the draft right now. But I think Patrick Surtain he's gonna go high. I mean, I really see him going probably at that 5 or 6 somewhere up in there, to be honest with you. So I don't think if he's available, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if the Cowboys was to take him, but I think he'll be gone before 10.
What you got, Jermaine?
I think Kansas
First
City.
of all, who's Jermaine's team?
Right?
I would definitely say Kansas City at this point. I think Kansas City definitely. I'm not familiar with like any of the offensive linemen in college, but I think that's what they need at this point is definitely somebody on the O-line for real.
Okay, a lot of tackles out there. A lot of offensive tackles in this draft. I'll let Jason go after me. So my favorite team, like AJ, is the Cowboys. I'll make sure I have my Cowboy gear on for Thursday. So I hear what AJ's saying. I don't disagree with it. I'd rather have Surtain over the other fella just because I like Alabama players. I feel like they are pro ready. So I just feel like they pro ready. So I feel comfortable with that. But I think they need to pick the kid out of Florida, Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go get the generational talent at tight end.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen him play. I mean, I've been hearing a lot about him.
He's a baller. Yeah, y'all feeling that? He'll ball. We will be across the board a great offense. Y'all ain't got quiet on me.
But y'all still need.
I was just waiting for the.
But it looked like he's projected to go in the top 5 as well, though.
Yeah, we have 10 picks. We have 10 picks.
It'll have to be trying to trade up to get him.
That's right. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, because it looked like they got him projected going to Atlanta. But yeah, I heard he's pretty solid though.
No, well, look.
Let's pray for him, D.
So
what you say, Jason?
Depending on what type of moves happen, because I'm seeing all type of things where picks are still being traded. Like Arizona was looking like they could trade up to grab a wide receiver. But for Detroit, if Jamar Chase is still there, I think they definitely gonna get Jamar Chase and add him to that offense. Another big another great receiver fills the void of Galladay going to get his money. But in the event that those trade ups do happen, then they have no choice but to go defense linebacker. To go linebacker. That Micah Parsons. He still should be available at that point in time.
Yeah.
So it really just depends on what happens above. But I hope. I even seen a mock draft where Atlanta just takes the best person off the board, which would be Jamar Chase. If the top picks go in order, and I'm like, but y'all don't need no wide receiver. With Calvin Ridley and Julio and Gage and all that, y'all need a quarterback or somebody else. But Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they get Jamar Chase and give Goff, you know what I'm saying, something to throw at.
Yeah, I'm hoping the same thing. I would like that. I feel like Detroit could mess it up though. Ain't gonna lie to you.
They said that they was interested in Justin Fields as well. So I mean that could be an option. They said if he's around when they pick at what was it? Yeah, number 7, that they could look at taking Justin Fields.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did see something about that too.
I want the best for Justin Fields. That's why I don't want him to go to Atlanta.
But
okay, we're gonna work on passing internet for that NFL draft. I'm hoping Justin Fields go to a good situation. I don't want him to go to San Francisco because of how they did Robert Griffin III. That was Kyle Shanahan. I think I don't know. Justin's a great quarterback, and he needs to go to the right situation. And I don't know about him going to Detroit. I think that could be a bad situation for him. Him going to the Patriots. Come on, Bill Belichick could kill it.
It's possible. It's
but
possible.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just hoping the best.
And do a lot of winging and dingling to get up there,
and he'll have a year to sit because of Cam Newton. Cam Newton playing this year. Let him play. Let him get to sit.
Cam still could get dealt.
Yeah, Cam say he ready this year. You say last year, just waiting, sitting out, and basically not knowing where he was going to be at, and then with the short practice and off season and everything going into that new system, he said he felt like he came in unprepared. So he said that this year's supposed to be his year, but that's just what he say. Everybody say that. So
right.
Hopefully he do go out there and execute and put some glory back on his name.
Yep,
right.
Right.
I want him to put some.
Yeah, like I say, his new show, he talks about it a little bit, which is actually a good show. If anybody want to check it out.
What channel?
What channel is that on?
BET, but I normally watch it on the app, so I'm not sure what time it comes on.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, he's talking motivation. It's a real good motivational show. Talking, feeding off the energy. So, pretty good show.
Okay.
Hope they pay me for this advertisement.
It'll be nice. It'll be nice. They need to go and give it to you, and then the other part to the show, to the church.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
pick it up.
Well, like I said, we're gonna be live streaming. I'm gonna make sure I'm at a good Wi-Fi connection because I don't want to be seeing people spinning on my screen. So I'll make sure I'm on point on next Thursday for sure. For sure. So, fellas, make sure you get your. We might even preview who you got for your mock draft. That sounds solid.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Y'all there? Is my internet messing up?
No, you
hear my mic draft.
I don't get to the internet. Oh, your mic draft? Okay. We're going to make sure we share that. That'll be before we start. We all going to share the mock draft and see who got closest to actually predicting who everybody's going to pick.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, yeah, man, I gotta get this internet together because I'm.
Hey, look, man. I look. We already discussed, the quality of the Magic Jack, big dog. I mean, you still use it.
No, I was talking about Jermaine.
It's not my fault.
Because when he told him we was gonna do the mock draft, he was just up there still. So I was like, Jermaine, are you all right? I thought it was Jermaine on the dial. He was just sitting still. He just
No, I had glanced over at the Brooklyn New Orleans score.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, all right.
So I promise you, I'm gonna get my stuff, and so we'll be on Thursday next week because that's when the draft is gonna happen. We'll be on Thursday. Please check us out on Thursday. Next Wednesday, we should have our Victory Legal Clinic. So check that out. Always come and check us out every Sunday. This Sunday, Minister Nation will be ministering to us, and so we look forward to that. And some great things going to happen on Sunday. So just get ready for greater things in your life. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great evening. And hey, walk in victory. Let's salute them out, fellas. And we'll see y'all next week.